Welcome to Pixel Academy Live. I'm your humble host, Will. Today with us is, as usual, Carissa on the demo, Simon behind the camera, and Eric answering your live chat Q&A. As you might have noticed, we haven't been around for just a little while because summer is just so great to stay outside. Nah, that's just a joke. We're moving towards once a month live stream sessions so we can bring you more content in a same amount of time, around 15 minutes. However, today we are going to stay a little bit longer after the session to answer more questions for you because we have a special treat. That's right. Today we're going to introduce Android 8.0 Oreos. I just can't catch cookies, but that's okay. And we're staying longer so you can ask more questions about the implementation of Android 8.0 Oreo onto your Pixel 2016 devices. So stick around, we got a few features to showcase. We're going to start off with boot up, just like how we start off, by booting up. Last year, I remember showcasing how fast it is to boot it up or to do a restart. It takes less than 2 minutes, which is a huge improvement from before, from Marshmallow or earlier versions. With Oreo, we're cutting down the boot up time by half. Now you can expect your phone to boot up in less than 30 seconds. Next, let's check out notification changes. We've made a few improvements with 8.0 to make notification even more useful. But let's first start by looking at a video to introduce these features. This video is also public on our Google Help YouTube channel, so feel free to share them after this session.
With Android 8, we are introducing new notification behaviors. First, with notification dots, tap and hold the app icon to interact directly with notifications. You can swipe to dismiss it or tap to launch the app. Second, with notification snoozing, you can temporarily dismiss a notification so it will come back to you later. The default is a 1-hour snooze, but you can also choose 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or 2 hours. Lastly, with notification categories, you can fine-tune how apps send you notifications. You can change settings such as sound and vibration, and it will apply to the entire notification category. All notifications within that category will behave the same.
Short and sweet, isn't it? But these are great improvements to our daily tasks. Let's look at what they are. These are the 3 main features in notifications. First one is notification dots. When you receive a notification, you will see a little badge on the app icon. When you tap and hold it, then you can make changes to it. We're using Gmail here, as you can see. When you tap and hold, you can swipe to dismiss it, which will also dismiss it from the notification bar. Or you can tap it and go straight into the message. This does require the app developer to include the API into their APK for the application to work. The second is notification categories. We're fine-tuning how notifications show up on your phone. So, for example, Google Maps sends you various types of notifications, traffic, alerts, so on and so forth. Let's say I drive all the time. I don't really need any transit information like buses or train and stuff like that. All I have to do is to go to Google Maps notification settings, go under notification categories, turn on or off. For this case, I want to turn off the transit notification, and I won't get it anymore. But I will continue to get notifications from other categories within the app. Last but not least, but probably one of my favorite, is notification snoozing. Have you ever gotten a notification and you just don't quite have the time to deal with it? So what do? Well, with Android 8.0, you can swipe just a little bit to snooze it. By default, it's an hour, but you can also change it to 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or 2 hours. And then it will just come back when you need to see it again. So here we're saying Let's say you were set a reminder to pay the bill. You didn't have time to pay the bill right at that moment. You're just going to swipe a little bit, snooze it, and have it come back later. Next, let's take a look at picture-in-picture. This is a great multitasking feature we introduced with 8.0. We have a short video for you. Let's take a look.
In Android 8, we bring you a fun multitasking feature, picture-in-picture. You won't have to interrupt your YouTube videos or Google Duo video chats to text, search, or browse. Let's say you're chatting with your friend on Google Duo and you're making plans for a visit next Saturday. Just tap the home button and open your calendar. Your video chat will continue to float in the bottom right, so you don't even have to pause. Looks like that calendar is all clear, so go ahead and make those plans. To see what apps support picture-in-picture, look for picture-in-picture inside Settings. There you can choose which apps will have this access, like Google Duo or YouTube.
Isn't that great that you can keep watching a video while doing something else, getting on a video call, and take a look at your calendar? Let's go do a demo as well. Let's say you're watching a video on Chrome, and then you go into full screen. Then you realize you have some questions like, I'm not quite sure what this video is about, and you want to search, but you don't want to stop looking at the video either. What do? Simple. Just tap the home button, and you can see picture-in-picture is active, and just go ahead and search on. You might notice we use Chrome in this case. What other apps are available? Just go to Settings and look for picture-in-picture, and you will see the applications that are available for picture-in-picture. However, with YouTube, it does require YouTube Red subscription in order for it to work. With autofill, we're making your everyday tasks even simpler. Have you ever filled out addresses, names, email addresses, phone number over and over in different applications? Super annoying. We're bringing autofill to the platform itself. However, do keep in mind this is also an API. The application does have to do some work to make sure autofill works within the application. We're going to demo with Twitter. Let's say you're onto your new device and you go in Twitter for the first time. All you have to do is tap and hold the field, and you will see autofill popping up to allow you to choose which autofill you would like to use to sign into Twitter. Simple as that. In this last section, let's take a look at settings. When you open up settings for the first time after you've upgraded to Android 8.0, you'll notice quite a few changes. First, the user interface is completely overhauled, looks much nicer, brighter, and the first level categories are much easier to scan and find the settings that you need. Let's talk about the key changes in here. First one is the support tab, where you used to just swipe to the left to get to, has now been moved to the bottom. You go in there and you can still find the same function, either phone or chat with Google directly from your phone. The next, we have a few features added to Wi-Fi. And let's take a look. You go to Network and Internet, tap on Wi-Fi, scroll down, you'll notice Wi-Fi preferences. We're lumping in all the key features into here to help you discover quickly. The first one is to turn on Wi-Fi automatically when you enter a saved network area. Do you turn off Wi-Fi sometimes? Maybe it's just not working, or for whatever other reasons. For a lot of customers, they like to turn it off to save battery, but you and I know that is a myth. But for whatever reason, it's okay. When you go home or you go to work or go somewhere that you've accessed the Wi-Fi before and you want to get onto it, you have to turn it on. Now let your phone do the work for you. You can toggle this feature on, and whenever you enter a safe network, even if your Wi-Fi is off, it will turn on automatically and connect you to the Wi-Fi network, so you don't accidentally burn through your data. The next two features I want to talk about are carrier dependent. The first one is to switch to your mobile data network, which is the opposite of what we just talked about. but useful. For example, you sign on to a Wi-Fi network at the hotel that you visited many weeks ago, but it requires you to sign in. Before you sign in, you'll be connected to the Wi-Fi with no data, and you are essentially disconnected. With this feature turned on, you'll be able to keep your mobile data running even though you're connected to the Wi-Fi network. And once you sign on, then we'll switch over to Wi-Fi. And then the next one is Wi-Fi calling. We've had this feature, but it's now lumped into the Wi-Fi preferences. You can go in there and turn on Wi-Fi calling or turn it off. Simple as that. The next one I want to talk about is accessibility. We've added two very handy features with Android 8.0. The first one is accessibility now gets its own volume control for select to speak or talkback. So when you go down the volume, you can see notification, alarm, media, and also accessibility. And with any accessibility feature turned on, you also see a little accessibility icon at the navigation bar to allow you to quickly manage accessibility features. Thank you for joining us today. We covered a few changes in Android 8.0 Oreo on Pixel 2016 devices. This includes fast boot out time, notification improvements, autofill, and settings changes. Please go out and enjoy these new features and share it with our customers. Please remember to like or subscribe to our channel below. Also leave us comments, submit us feedback, and we'll be here to answer your questions just a few minutes after this session. Until next time, stay awesome.